This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected. Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton, celebrating the art of life. Dan Griffey for 35th District State Representative, Position 1, GOP. Sharon Trask for Mason County Commissioner, District 3. And Melody Peterson for Mason County Assessor. Good evening and welcome to Roy Anderson Field on the campus of Peninsula High School in Purdy, Washington for tonight's South Sound Conference football game between the Shelton Highclimbers and the Gig Harbor Tides. I'm Dietrich Allen and you are watching the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show. As we head down the home stretch of the season, Shelton is still looking for its first win and Gig Harbor is 2-4 overall, 1-3 in the SSC. The Highclimbers are coming off last week's 42-0 loss to Timberline while the Tides were dropped by Capital 34-7. GH is averaging just over 23 points a game, with their highest scoring output of 50 against North Thurston 2 weeks ago. However, the Tides are giving up nearly 20 points a game. Shelton is still struggling to find the end zone and has scored 20 points in 6 games this season. The Highclimbers haven't scored since week 2. Gig Harbor has a 6-game winning streak over Shelton, including last year's 30-12 win. The last Climber win over the Tide was 21-14 in 2005. This is Week 7 of the 2018 high school football season on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. The Shelton Highclimbers versus the Gig Harbor Tides at Roy Anderson Field. We'll have more of the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show in a moment. There's always something happening at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton. From art bazaars and farmers markets to art lectures and wedding receptions, this award-winning community has something for everyone. Caring staff, unbelievable meals, unmatched accommodations, and a signature dining room, all at one location, 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. Maple Glen is only feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Stop by for Sunday brunch or call Teresa to schedule a tour to view apartments at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton.
Hello, I'm Sharon Trask and I'm running for Mason County Commissioner. I've lived in Shelton for the last 14 years. During this time, I've gotten to know and love Mason County and the people who live here. When I decided to run for Commissioner, I knew this was the perfect opportunity to give back to a community that has been so good to me and my family. I'm humbled that so many of you have given me your support and love. I'm asking for your vote in November.
Paid for by Sharon Trask for Mason County Commissioner.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
Hi, I'm Dan Griffey, your legislator and local firefighter. Today we all come together to cheer on our players. And like them, we are a team. Like a team, we work together to do good for our community. I want you to know that I fight for each and every one of you, for a bright future full of opportunities, for you to leave your mark on the world. You are strong, and we are stronger together.
Paid for by
Griffey for State House Campaign.
Well, welcome once again to Roy Anderson Field in Purdy, Washington. It's on the campus of Peninsula High School. This is where both the teams in the Peninsula School District play. We are on the north side of the field across from the covered stands. Luckily, it's just a little cloudy and no rain planned for tonight, or at least scheduled for tonight, so we should be pretty good. It might be a little chilly, but we're right behind the high climber bench. I got the coin toss going on out here. I'm by myself tonight. Jerry Apple out doing his traffic safety thing. And Eric Raywald unavailable for tonight, let's just put it that way. I'm sure they're both watching, and they will tell me all about how I do by myself when the time comes, when we get them both back, probably next week. Well, you've heard it in my open. Gig Harbor just ahead of the Highclimbers in the standings. And, yeah, we'll see how this goes. The coin toss is being done here. Wind coming right from my back, so it's coming out of the north. And let's see what the coin toss is going to be. It looks like Gig Harbor won, and they will defer. So the Highclimbers will get the ball first, and we'll get to that in mere moments. I was just told by Coach Speaks before the game, we see a lot of new faces out there tonight. They're pretty thin. It was given the nod that Jason Kenyon will be starting at one of the running backs. And they have a new starting center, and he's a freshman, and I'm sorry, I can't remember his name. I'll try to track that down before the end of the game. We will get to that in moments as Highclimbers will be receiving. We'll take a timeout. We'll be coming back with the kickoff in a moment. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Why re-elect Melody Peterson as Mason County Assessor? Experience. Melody has worked for the Assessor's Office since 1994. Leadership. She successfully managed the office through a major software conversion, implemented a plan for annual revaluation, and adapted required analysis for the valuation process. Honesty. Melody has streamlined her office to cope with recent budget reductions while continuing maximum service to the public. Mason County deserves honest, experienced, and professional leadership. Vote Melody Peterson for Mason County Assessor. Back here at Roy Anderson Field, waiting for the kickoff between the Gig Harbor Tides and the Shelton Highclimbers. Climbers will be receiving the ball to open the game. We will see again, as I mentioned before, what I was told is a little thin, and I'm going to apologize in advance. The clock in the upper right-hand corner is going to jiggle around a lot tonight. I wasn't able to get a nice secured place for the clock camera, so it is going to jump around a bit tonight. So it looks like Jason Kenyon and Troy Goodwin will head back deep to get this thing kicked off, and we'll do our best to give you the numbers and the names that we have. It's like Troy will go over to the right side, and Jason will be on the left side, and get this thing underway. Two teams that are sitting down here at the bottom of the SSC standings, but love to come away with a win. Gig Harbor did have a win over North Thurston earlier in the season, counting for one of their wins here. It looks like Logan Kinney will do the kicking for Gig Harbor. He has it teed up at the 40. And here we go, the run up and the kick. It's a high end over end kick that'll force Goodman back to about the 2-yard line. Gets up to the 15, and he runs into a wall right there. And here come the Highclimbers on offense. Luke McPhee running the show again today. You've got Ivory Alexander coming out. And actually, no, it doesn't look like Kenyon is off the field, so it looks like Alexander will start in the backfield with Oles. Running the wing T now. Bourne will come wide to the near side. And actually, it looks like they're coming out of the I to start this thing out. And that could be wrong. Nope, actually, it's not. Still the wing T. Goodwin in that slot on the far side. Handoff inside. Actually going around the edge. And not much going there. This is going to be difficult to figure out what the markers are. So the ball is actually going to be staying at the 15-yard line. Second down and 10. Quite have the elevation that we have at Highclimber Stadium or any of the other places here. So Bourne will come wide to the near side. Yeah, we'll go out of the wing T. Bourne wide to the near side, same formation. Oles and Ivory. Alexander, actually Goodwin in motion. Faked in a pass and a dump off. Complete up near the 20-yard line. Pass was to Brandon McKinnon. That's a pickup of 5 yards. Get third and officially 4. Spot the ball at the 21. Pull back a little bit. There we go. Now maybe we can see the formation a little better. Bourne again wide in this near side. Goodwin out of the wing there. Well, looks like double tights now with Oles and Goodwin. Single setback is Ivory Alexander, and pushing his way forward is McPhee. Got a little bit of a surge. I don't think he got enough for the first down. It's going to be 4th and 2 up across the, looks like it's going to be the 22, 23-yard line. And Zach Delasancho will be on to boot it away for the Highclimbers. And back deep for the Tide, Jerry and Herring. Snap on target. Zach has some time. Ooh, a line drive punt. It's going to hit at the 50, bounce to the 40, and just no chance to get that. And Goodwin was down there to tackle Herring, but I believe there's a flag on the play. Yes, there is a flag on the play. And let's see what the call is. It's going to be difficult because they'll do everything to the back. We'll get the backs of all the referees because they go towards the press box, which is on the far side from where we are. So it is a penalty on the Highclimbers. And they're going to give them 15 yards and put the ball, nope, actually going to be 10 yards, excuse me. Nope, it is actually going to be 15 yards up to the 45 of the Highclimbers. So Gig Harbor will start out with good field position. Now let's see who's going to be QB here. It's got a 19 on there. Yeah, oh God, it's Ben Hollenbeck. Very impressed with this young man. The first time I saw him a couple years ago. He'll go out of the gun. Has 2 receivers far side. Fake the handoff, back to pass. He'll have to scramble out. It's got a guy out there. It is complete. I think that's Herring. Herring breaks a tackle, gets inside the 35. We have a flying on this side. Actually, they're going to spot it out of bounds at the 36. And we do have a penalty marker down on this near side. Looks like it's going to be holding against the Tides. So go back 10 yards from the spot of the foul, which it looks like it was at 46. So that should put it back to about the 44. On the Gig Harbor side of the ball. Do welcome everybody here to our broadcast. Keep in mind that we are subject to cellular outages as we've had trouble at this location in the past. However, I have had when I started this thing, it was pretty fast speeds. But if it does do, either be patient or just refresh your screen. So it'll be first and it looks like 21. Yeah, 21 from the 44. This will be the Gig Harbor side of the 50. We are right at the 50. I'm standing right. I made sure I was right at the center of the field when I came up here. Artificial turf course here at Roy Anderson Field. Two receivers on, actually one receiver on one side, three on the near side. Hollenbach will dump it off and it's complete. And getting up to about the 47, 48 yard line is, what was that, number 8 on the reception. That's Tim McKay. Second down, still long. Give him 4 on the play. Called 2nd and 17 from the 48. Hollenbach will go out of the pistol this time. Send 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Nope, they'll switch into the gun. Hand it off and a run. Lead blockers this time. I believe that was 30. We'll have to figure this one out. Thinking it was 33. Simon Plymouth on the carry. I could be wrong. Being this close, you'd think I would know. 33. Yeah, it was Simon Plymouth on the carry there. Brings up 3rd down and about 9. Ball on the Shelton 44 now. Out of the gun. I'm sorry, out of the pistol. 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Hollenbach back to pass. Looks over the middle. Got a guy wide open and complete. And scrambling is Ryan King. He has the first down, it looks like, and there might have been a, I'm not sure. They'll spot the ball right at the 30-yard line. That is the 1st and 10 for Shelton, or I'm sorry, for Gig Harbor in Shelton territory. Spotted actually at the 29. Hollenbach again out of the gun. 3 receivers near his side. He's going to keep it. He's going to keep it himself, trying to get around the edge. He's going to go up the sidelines and run out of bounds inside the 22, about the 17-yard line. Under 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. No score. First possession for Gig Harbor. Highclimbers not able to move the ball again on their first possession. Now they're on defense. It is 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Out of the pistol go Hollenbach. 2 receivers on each side. Handoff to Plymouth. Plymouth will be banging bodies. King going sideways. And a couple of yards there. Maybe. Yeah, let's see, where do they spot it? It's going to be inside the 15 to the 13, so give him 5 on the carry. Hollenbach out of the gun, 1 receiver far side. He's in the slot, 3 on this near side. Back to pass goes Hollenbach on the rollout to the near side, looking to the end zone, gonna dump it into the end zone, and it's caught into the end zone. Zane Skinsey with the touchdown for Gig Harbor. And the Tide score first, or did they not get in? No, I guess they get out of bounds right at the goal line. Let's see what we have on the signal here. Wait a minute. Yes, it is a touchdown. And then a personal foul against Shelton, which will be added to the kickoff, I imagine. Yes, it does. So it's 6-0 Gig Harbor. They're tied on to kick the point after. Logan Kinney out there. Holder for Gig Harbor is Cade Dessert. The Tide went 56 yards on that drive. Waiting for the snap. We do have a 25-second clock here. There's the spot. There's the kick. That looks pretty good. Let's wait for the guys in the stripes. It is. So 7-0. Gig Harbor on top. We'll take a timeout. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
And move over.
When you see lights,
vests,
or reflectors,
please give us some room. Slow down and move over.
When you need us,
we've got your back.
Do you have ours?
You got our back?
You got ours? You got our back?
Please, slow down
and move over.
I'm back here at Roy Anderson Field. 7-0 Gig Harbor. Just scored on their first possession. Kick back to the Highclimbers. Kenyon and Goodwin back, standing about their 7-8 yard line. As Kenyon has quite a leg. Oh yeah, so they're going to march off the penalty. That's right. So they'll be kicking off from the 45 of Shelton. So see what they manage to do here. You kick it into the end zone, or do you keep it on the ground, do a squib kick? We'll see. Seven, 7:17 to go here, first quarter. Kenny takes quite a deep drop there. That's 10 yards beyond the ball for the run-up. I expect a squib kick here, but he's going to boot it deep. And that one's going to go into the end zone, so the Highclimbers will start out on their own 20 with their second possession of the ball game. So Luke McPhee will bring him out of the huddle shortly. Sinborn wide to the near side. Ivory Alexander and Josiah Oles in the backfield. Goodwin at the wing. Hand off to Alexander. Big hole around the right side. Gets stopped up at the 25, however. Give him 5, maybe 6 on the carry. Little skip for Ivory there. Got a hole. Found that hole. So brings up second down and 4. Turn my head one way, the wind gets in the microphone. That's interesting. So Bourne will go wide to the far side this time. It's Oles and Ivory Alexander in the backfield. Goodwin at the end of the formation. Little delayed handoff this time to Oles. Oles tripped up. Falls up just shy of the 30, about the 28-yard line. Give him a couple yards on that. Now got a spot at the 29. So it'll be 3rd and 1. Now you bring up that quarterback sneak, I would think, and see if the Highclimbers can get a first down. Bourne will come wide to this near side. Same formation. There's Bourne. Handoff goes to Ivory Alexander, and he just went sideways. No gain there. A loss of a few on the play. Now 4th down. So that'll bring out Zach De La Sancha to punt it back to the Tide. So give him a loss of 1. Be 4th and 2 from the 28. Carrying back deep. Now standing about the 35, 36-yard line, waiting for this punt from Zach Della Sancha. High snap. Zach handles it well. He'll boot that one. Kind of a line drive spinning punt that'll hit at the 40. Take a high climber bounce inside the 30 to the 25. Make it 24, and that's where it'll be down. Inside the 24. First and 10 for Gig Harbor from the 24, their own 24. A good punt by Zach. And the Tide are huddled up right at the sidelines where the line of scrimmage is, and here they come. It's like Hollenbeck. Let's see, he's got 31 in the backfield. That's Tom Williams. It's like out of the pistol will go Hollenbeck. Two receivers on each side. And again, the back behind him is Williams. Hand off to Williams, straight up the middle, cuts it out the middle, and he'll get 6 yards or 5 at least, maybe 6 depending on the spot, just shy of the 30. Give him 5. 2nd and 5 coming from the 29. Wish I could be up just a few more feet higher, get a better view of the field. Hollenbeck will go out of the gun. He's got 2 receivers on each side. Fakes the handoff, back to pass it goes, looking long, looking deep. Got a guy there. Oh, complete and into triple coverage there. And that was Ryan King with a big play and a big grab. And what do we have here? We have a flag way back at the line of scrimmage, and it's a hold on the Gig Harbor Tide. Wasn't it a triple coverage? What a throw, though. So that'll be a hold on the Tide. Marks to take that big gain back, and that'll make it 1st and 20. Mark the ball back at the 16-yard line, it looks like. I'll call the 18. I'm sorry, it is a 15-yard line, 18 yards to go. 2nd down and 18, back to pass. Up, actually, Hollenbeck's going to pull it down and run. Trying to get around the edge on the near side. He's tracked down and stopped short with a short gain. Out to the 21. He's at 3rd down and about 12. And we've got a big man coming out for the Highclimbers. It looks like it might be Brandon McKinnon. Have to check on him. Pardon me, the wind's coming in from just to my left. Might have to switch the sides of my headset here at the next break. 4:30 and counting here in the first quarter. 7-0 Gig Harbor. Their 2nd possession. Hollenbeck out of the gun, sends 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. It's going to go on the rollout. Looking, throw deep, and it's complete out there to number 10. That's Zane Scansey, who scored the Tide's first touchdown. Gets up to about the 44-yard line. That's 1st down. First and 10 for the Tide. Hollenbeck will go out of the gun as 2 receivers on each side. Man in motion. And it's a handoff to the big man up the middle. The halfback just busts one loose. Look out. That's 31 on the carry. Tom Williams all the way up into Highclimbers territory at the 25. Big gain there, 1st down and 10 for Gig Harbor on the Shelton 25. Hollenbeck out of the gun. Man in motion, it's Gansey. Actually, no, it's not. It's Herring. Herring gets the handoff on the pitch to him. Little kind of shuffle pitch up the sidelines. Gets the first down and a little bit more down inside the 15. So about the 12-yard line is where he's going to be run out of bounds. Sorry about that. First and 10 from the 12. Up called 11. 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side out of the gun. Williams the man to Hollenbeck's right. Hollenbeck will pull it down and just run on the draw. Stands up and walks into the end zone. Touchdown Tide. That makes it 13-0. So Kenny's on to kick the point after. Get him in the shot here. There he is. Snap spot and the kick. It's up. It's good. Make it 14-0. 3:33 to go first quarter. All Gig Harbor so far tonight. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV powered by HCC.
Hello, I'm Sharon Trask. I've been asked why I'm running for Mason County Commissioner. That's an easy one. My kids and grandkids. When I reflect on what I would like to see Mason County look like in 10 years, I see a robust economy, safe streets, and happy kids. This will only happen if we act today to make sound decisions and to entice businesses back into our county. Mason County has everything we need to entice business. We need proven leadership to get us there. With your help, we can achieve all this and more. I'm asking for your vote in November.
Well, welcome back to Roy Anderson Field. 14-0, 2 possessions by Gig Harbor, 2 touchdowns. And this time we're going to send out Gavin Gould and Jason Kenyon there back deep. Gould on the far side, Kenyon on the near side. And Kinney has it teed up at the 40 for the Tide. There's a run up. And the kick, another high end over end kick. It'll go in. We hit at the 1 and bounced forward. Gold will gather it in and try and get some positive yardage on that. I thought for sure it would bounce into the end zone, but it bounced straight up and then took a roll the other direction. And the Highclimbers are deep, stuck deep. It's like the inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 1st and 10 for Shelton there from their own 9. So Bourne will come wide to this near side. Out of the wing tee. It's like Goodwin is also on the near side. Is it with Goodwin? And I'm not sure who had it. Must be Ivory. Ivory with the dive up the middle. Got a couple yards on that. Give him 3 to the 12. 2nd down, and 7. Olden, Ivory, Alexander in the backfield. Goodwin at the other end of the formation, and Bourne wide to the near side. Goodwin in motion. Little faked pitch and a quick pass out off the hands of Oles, incomplete. I don't know if Oles was expecting that quickly, as a little bit of pressure on McPhee. And they forced him to get rid of it quickly. Brings up 3rd and 7 from the 12. Got 8 on the play clock. Actually, they're going to reset it now. Okay. So Bourne will come wide to this near side. 3rd and 7 from the 12. Under center will go McPhee. Scott, Tybee, Alexander, and Oles. Oles will take the handoff. Trying to find some room around the right side. Maybe got up to about the 15, depending on the spot. Brings it 4th down, however. Now spot the ball at the 15, and Zach De La Sancha on to kick it away. 2:20 and counting on the first quarter clock. Zach standing at his goal line. Herring back about the 45. Nice snap that time. De La Sancha gets a line drive off. It's going to hit by one of the up. Oh, the ball's free. But the Tide dropped on it. One of the up guys had it in about the 38, and it went sideways right into the hands of another Tide player. I believe on the recovery was Jackson Bartrude. 1st and 10 in Highclimber territory for the Tide at the 38-yard line. Just over 2 minutes to go here, first quarter, 14-0. Gig Harbor with the lead and the ball. Here they come. Hollenbeck. Tim McKay in the backfield with him. Back to pass, he'll dump it off to McKay. McKay hit just about a yard after he caught the ball, and then there's a flag at the end of the play. And not sure what they're going to do there. Going to place the flags right at the 40. Let's see if we can get the call here. It's a hold on Gig Harbor from the 40, so that'll bring it back to the 50. And it'll be first down. So 1st and 20 from the 40. It's going to be a little bit more than that, I believe. Going to get to the 28 for the first down, so it's going to be 22 yards. Out of the pistol now will go Hollenbeck. Got 2 receivers on each side. Back to pass goes Hollenbeck. Got a little pressure. He's going to be forced out of the pocket. He's on the run. Going to cut it up the numbers and spinning down. Nice tackle. I believe that was Zach Jonker with the tackle. Just outside the 40 to the 42. Your second down. And about 15. Hollenbeck will go out of the gun, send 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. A little off on that snap, handles it well. Hollenbeck on the scramble to the far side on the draw. Gonna scramble in, look out, there he goes. Gets knocked out of bounds inside the 10 near the 6-yard line. 1st and goal coming for the Gig Harbor Tide. On a quick pickup. All Hollenbeck. Spot the ball at 6, 1st and goal from there. Just about a minute to go here, first quarter. Hollenbeck out of the pistol. He's got Williams behind him. 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Back to pass he goes. Going to throw for the corner of the end zone. It dropped incomplete. Second down coming on the coverage. Intended for Jacob Burris. Goodwin and Jonker on the coverage there. 2nd and goal from the 6. Two receivers on each side out of the pistol will go, is that Hollenbeck? Yes, it is Hollenbeck. Turn around and hand it off to Williams. Williams dances around and gets to the goal line. The ball came free, but it's a touchdown. So another touchdown, making it 20-0. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns for the Tide. 49 seconds to go here, first quarter. Kinney on to kick the point after. Again, the holder for Gig Harbor is Cade Dessert. Waiting for the snap. Snap, spot, kick. It's good. So 21-0. 49.1 seconds to go, first quarter. All Gig Harbor. We'll be right back.
There's so many great things about life in Mason County, and Hood Canal Communications is proud to be one more. Headquartered in Union, we offer the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power all those Wi-Fi devices around your home, HCC has the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, call, or visit hcc.net to learn more. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Well, we're back at Roy Anderson Field. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns for the Gig Harbor Tide. 21-0. And Kinney has it teed up to kick it back to the Highclimbers. It's like Bourne back there with Jason Kenyon. Bourne on the far side. Then kicking to that side, just keeping it away from Kenyon. Here's the run up by Kinney. And a kick, another high end-over-end kick. It's going to be into the end zone this time. He hits it right at the goal line every time. Last time it bounced the other way. And then it'll go out of the end zone, so the Highclimbers will start out on their own 20. First and 10 for McPhee and company. Take their time in that huddle. Play clock down to 15. Same formation with Bourne wide of the near side, and everybody got off to the wrong start there. So that'll make it first and 15 from the 15-yard line now. Got to remember the snap count, guys. So Alexander and Oles in the backfield, it looks like. Hand off to Oles this time, or no, it was Alexander, excuse me. I think I moved it around. I was too busy watching the quarterback. And it looks like he got to the 17-yard line, 18-yard line. Make it second and 12. And they're going to get a playoff. They're going to have to get a playoff here. The play clock is right. Everybody moves again. Oh, boy. That'll make it second and 17. Not knowing the snap count, we'll probably go to the end of the quarter here. And there we go. That'll do it for the first quarter. 21-0. 3 possessions for Gig Harbor, 3 touchdowns. We'll be right back with the second quarter in a moment. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. There's always something happening at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton. From art bazaars and farmers markets to art lectures and wedding receptions, this award-winning community has something for everyone. Caring staff, unbelievable meals, unmatched accommodations, and a signature dining room, all at one location, 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. Maple Glen is only feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Stop by for Sunday brunch or call Teresa to schedule a tour to view apartments at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton.
Hi, I'm Dan Griffey, your legislator and local firefighter. Today we all come together to cheer on our players. And like them, we are a team. Like a team, we work together to do good for our community. I want you to know that I fight for each and every one of you, for a bright future full of opportunities, for you to leave your mark on the world. You are strong, and we are stronger together.
Paid for by
Griffey First State House Campaign.
And we're back here at Roy Anderson Field. It'll be a 2nd down and 17 for the Highclimbers. On the right camera here? Yes. Nope, I'm not, actually. There we go. Let's get that one in there. All right. So here we go for the Highclimbers. Little dump off pass that is incomplete, I believe. Yeah. Intended for Oles, or was it McKinnon? Brings up 3rd and 17 from the 13-yard line. Far and wide to the far side. Under center goes McPhee. It's a pitch, though, to Goodwin. Goodwin trying to get around the end. Tripped up just across the 10-yard line. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage. It's 4th down, and here comes Zach Della Sancha. So Hollenbeck will go back to receive this one. This punt from Della Sancha. Here's the snap. A little bit of pressure, and Della Sancha gets a good one off. That Hollenbeck will take on the run near the 49. And look out, here comes Ben. Ben chopped up. Nice tackle by Jason Kenyon at the 35. So 1st and 10 for the Tide at the Highclimber 35-yard line. 11:09 to go here in the half. 21-0. Gig Harbor has scored on every one of their possessions, and they've had a good field position most of the ball game, except for one drive. Actually, I'm sorry, that was Martrude on the return on that now. Hollenbeck is in there out of the gun. He'll just shuffle it over to Williams. Williams trying to get around the edge. Look at him run. Knocked out bounds by Goodwin inside the 30-yard line. And we have a timeout by Shelton, so we'll step aside. This is Mesa Web TV, powered by HCC. We'll be right back. So 2nd and 3 from the 27 for Gig Harbor coming out of the timeout. Out of the pistol go Hollenbeck. Back to pass he goes. Looking over the middle, kind of throw there. Ooh, boy, that one was intended. Oh, the ball was deflected and nearly picked up. Jack Myers was the last guy to come near it. Hit up the helmet of a Tide player. I think it was in Paulson. Cade Paulson was the intended target there. Incompleted balls brings it 3rd and 3 from the 27. Could have been a bang-bang play. Hollenbeck will go out of the pistol again. 2 receivers each side, turn around and hand it off on the read option to Williams. And Williams looking for the first down, and he got it. It's like inside the 20. Actually, right at the 20 is where he'll mark him down. 1st and 10 for Gig Harbor. Actually, outside the 20, called 21. Pistol again for Hollenbeck. Williams behind him, 2 receivers on each side. Back to pass. He looks to the near side, looks to the far side, gets a little bit of pressure, steps out of it, throws for the end zone. Got a guy there, complete, and touchdown. This time to Jacob Burris. And it's 27-0, or is it not? Oh, we have a flag in the backfield. Sorry, no, that touchdown does not occur, so it's going to be holding back here. You arch it back 10 yards. So instead of a touchdown, it'll be 1st and 20 plus, it looks like. They'll march it back, place the ball at the 38. Actually, that was spotted at the 39. 1st down and we'll hand off. There's Williams. Williams still fighting for some extra yardage. We've got a Highclimber slow to get up. Ball inside the 30 to the 29. A 10-yard pickup there. We have a Highclimber down. Slow to get up. I'm not sure who that is. All I know is a 2 on one side, so it could be. I'm not even going to speculate at this point. Has a 10 to the down Highclimber. 10-10 to go in the half. 21-0 on Gig Harbor. And it's Dom Monet, who's the injured Highclimber. He'll trot off on his own power. So 2nd down and 17 from the 29-yard line for Gig Harbor. So the clock is wound up. And here come the Tide, leading 21-0. 2nd down, 17 from the Highclimber 29. Hollenbeck out of the pistol. Back to pass, he'll go. Looks over the middle, gonna go deep this time. Got a guy there, it's deflected and knocked away. Good defense by the Highclimbers. Intended target was Burris, looking for a flag, but he won't get it. Incomplete, it'll be 3rd and 17. He's throwing into double coverage. His first, Hollenbeck, I should say, his first touchdown was into triple coverage, or his first pass was into triple coverage. And it was complete. But it's 3rd and 17 from the 29. Hollenbeck will go out of the gun. Williams, the man beside him. 2 receivers on each side. Back to pass goes Hollenbeck on the rollout. Gonna throw it deep. Got a guy there, and taking some steps out of bounds was Ryan King. It's gonna be short of the first down, as one referee says from this near side. 4th down, and it looks like maybe 4. Ball up to the 14-yard line is where they'll spot it. Call it 4th and 3. Hollenbeck will go out of the pistol. He's got Williams beside him, 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Snap, hands off to Williams. Williams pushes, gets up near the first down marker. Might have got just enough to get the first down inside the 10. Yes, it is a first down. First and goal from the 9. Are the Tide knocking on the door again. So when you think the Highclimbers haven't figured out, here they come. Out of the gun goes Hollenbeck. 2 receivers on each side. Hand off to Williams. Williams steps up the middle, again goes outside and dropped right at the 6-yard line, looks like. Second down and goal from the 6. So out of the gun will go Hollenbeck. Williams to his left, 2 receivers on each side, man in motion. Fakes the handoff to him. Hollenbeck throws to the middle. Knocked away. Troy Goodwin in there to knock it away. It brings up 3rd and goal from the 6. Clock stopped at 8:45 to go here in the second quarter. 21-0 Gig Harbor with the lead and the ball there. You have a 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. Hollenbeck go out of the gun. 1 receiver far side, 3 to the near side. Back beside him about 3 yards is Williams. High snap, handled well. Hollenbeck on the rollout. He's got some time, got lots of time. Looking, throwing in the opposite direction, and it is complete and a touchdown to Brewis. And that'll make it 27-0 now. Just when you think the Highclimbers haven't defended well, somebody pops loose. And Logan Kinney on to kick the extra point. He is 3 for 3 so far tonight. Can he make it 4 for 4? Waiting for the snap. Here's the snap, spot, the kick. Into the trees, and it's 28-0. 8:37 to go, second quarter, all Gig Harbor.
This is Sharon Trask.
And I approve this message.
I'm voting for Sharon Trask because she is a strong candidate that will research her information, verify her facts before coming to a decision.
She's got a really great heart for the community. She's a very smart lady. She cares about her community, and she's got a lot of great background, and I think she'll do great for the county.
Paid for by Sharon Trask for Mason County Commissioner. Yeah, welcome back here. Roy Anderson Field, 28-0 Gig Harbor on top. Their 4th possession and their 4th score. Kenyon and Bourne back deep to return this kickoff from Kinney. Oh, that way. Look at the cheerleaders are right below us, probably 15 feet from our position here. There's the run up and the kick. Another high end over end kick. Really taken at the 2. This is Kenyon. Kenyon straight up the middle. Looking for some room. Gets the 25. Almost slipped one at the 28, and he's knocked down. The good hand tackle. I believe that was Caden Bohan for Gig Harbor on the tackle. 1st and 10 for the Highclimbers. On their own 24-yard line. Do I have a flag here on the play? What's going on here? Nope. Just a little. What is going on here tonight?
8.5 minutes here to go. It's this lead referee going to the far sidelines. Sometimes you just want to be a fly on the wall. Little conference here. First and 10 for the Highclimbers at the 24-yard line, their own 24-yard line. I'm assuming this is what's going to stay here. I'm not sure what that was all about, folks. Being on the opposite side. Got the official indication it is first down for the Highclimbers. I believe, and I don't have Jerry Apple to tell me, but I believe the Highclimbers have had one first down here tonight. McPhee under center, has a receiver on the far side. Oles, and it looks like that might be, no, it's Alexander, and a little bit of movement up front again. Yeah, Ivory Alexander in the backfield. So there's a penalty, a 5-yard penalty, and procedure penalty on the Highclimbers. 8.5 minutes to go here in the half. 28-0. Field goal under center has Bourne wide to the far side. And a handoff this time to Oles. Oles trying to pick his way. Might have got 5 yards back from the penalty. No, actually not. Only 3. So second, and I could call 11 from the 23. I guess he got 4 of those 5 yards back. Same formation. Bourne wide to the far side. McPhee. He's going to hold it and throw it. Ooh. Nearly intercepted. Good defense by Gig Harbor's Marco Carlson. And it'll bring up 3rd and 11. From the 23-yard line. A little more passing tonight for the Highclimbers, at least from my observation. .7:45 to go here in the half. Bourne wide to the far side, the wide side of the field. Oles and Alexander. Pitch to Alexander. Alexander going to run sideways and run out of bounds. Actually, not quite. He got dropped just from the sidelines, just behind the Highclimber bench, and De Los Sanchez on to kick it away. Herring will go back to receive this punt. He'll stand about his 50. Not the 50, I should say. Actually, he's a few yards back, about the 48. De Los Sanchez waiting for the snap, right on target. Little time, and against another line drive. It's going to drive Herring back to about the 36. He's going to take the angle to the far side, slip a tackle at the 50, now at the 45, coming sideways to 40, looking for some running room. Oh boy, look out. Up the sidelines. Is he going to score? He is. Touchdown on a punt return of about, let's see, from the 38, that's 62 yards. Wow. No penalty, no flag. And it's 6 more. Should make it not 31. Make it 34. We have a new kicker this time. Getting some work, number 83, and it's Charlie Townsend. Snap on, kick up, and that's just as good as the last one. To make it 35-0 off the punt return. We'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. So punt return, add 7 more for the Tide. They lead 35-0, 6:50 to go here in the first half. Looks like we're going to get some younger players some time. Charlie Townsend will be doing the kicking. He'll boot this one. He's high end over end. The Kenyon will bobble it at the 5, pick it up, get to the 10. Trying to go sideways, trying to find some running room. Still on his feet. Across the 15. Highclimber fans want a flag on that kickoff. Shelton will take over on their own 17-yard line, 1st and 10. $6:42 to go in the half. And a timeout has been called, so we'll step aside. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Why re-elect Melody Peterson as Mason County Assessor? Experience. Melody has worked for the Assessor's Office since 1994. Leadership. She successfully managed the office through a major software conversion, implemented a plan for annual revaluation, and adapted required analysis for the valuation process. Honesty. Melody has streamlined her office to cope with recent budget reductions while continuing maximum service to the public. Mason County deserves honest, experienced, and professional leadership. Vote Melody Peterson for Mason County Assessor.
So 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line for the Shelton Highclimbers. 6:42 to go here in half, trailing 35-0. Climbers still unable to move the ball. A little change in the lineup there. Charles Hurt is in the lineup at the wing spot. He goes in motion. Handoff, however, goes to Oles. Oles straight up the middle, just shy of the 20. Keep him 3 on the carry, 2nd and 7. Horn will go wide to the far side. Hurt will go into the wing at the end of the lineup. You've got Oles and Alexander in the backfield. McPhee under center. Head out to Oles. Oles slips 1 tackle, and then not much after that. Loss on the play, about a yard. It's 3rd and 10 now. Ball at the 17-yard line. Bourne will go wide to the far side. McKee under center. Hurt will go onto that far side into the same side as Bourne. Ivory Alexander more directly behind. Handoff to Alexander. Nothing there. Almost could have gotten a flag on that as well. It's 4th down. Here comes Zach Dela Sancha. Under 5 minutes to go here in the half. Jackson Butrude back to receive this punt from Zach. Ready for the snap, on target. Little pressure, gets a nice high punt. It's gonna hit at the 49, bounce into Gig Harbor territory down to the 45, 44 to roll. And that's where Eamon Anderson will swat the ball down. And that'll be a 1st and 10 for Gig Harbor. We do have a flag in the backfield, I see. Let's see what the kick there, what the penalty there is. Going to be running into the kicker. And they're going to refuse that. Okay. So running into the kicker, or roughing the kicker. Either way, they're going to decline the penalty. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Gig Harbor on the 39. On the Tide's 39. Let's see what we have here. Right. Looks like we have a new QB out there. It'll be Cade Dessert. Junior. He'll run out of the pistol. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. See who the back is. I'm thinking it was Paulson, but we'll see. Hand off to the back. And again, good tackle by Monet. Actually, the runner was McKay. And doesn't look like much of a gain there, if anything at all. Give him a yard. Ball at the 45. So the seniors are, their night is done, it looks like. 3 receivers far side. Dessert out of the shotgun, back to pass. Gonna pull it down, looking long. He's got guys there on target and a touchdown. That pass went to Ben Hollenbeck, playing receiver now. But we have a penalty all the way back here. So it'll be a hold on Gig Harbor. Mark it back 10 yards. 2nd and 20 coming. 20, it looks like it's going to be like 21 or 22 after they set the chains. Back at the 32. Need to get to the 46 of Shelton. So 2nd down, and well, it's not going to be 32. It's going to be like 15, 23, 32-yard line. So Hollenbeck will be one of the receivers on this near side, 2 on each side. Out of the pistol will go Dessert. Dessert back to pass. He'll dump it off complete. And a little screen there. Ball comes out. Nope. Did it come out? It was Ryan King on the reception. I thought I saw some flags go there too. Doesn't look like it. Ball up to the 35. 3rd down coming. Oh, we do have a flag. I was right. There was a flag out there. It'll be another hold on the on the Tide. And we'll go back this time to the 25. So that'll be 29 yards to go for 1st down, if I got this right. Ball back at the 25. Still 2nd down. On the rollout is Dessert. Dessert on the rollout. Gonna throw it, and it's gonna just be incomplete. Be 3rd down. So 3rd down, and I've got 29 yards to go, maybe 30, depending on where that actual flag end is. So 3:15 to go here in the half. Dessert has a 1 receiver far side, 3 on the near side. A little bit of pressure coming on, dancing around, throwing deep, and it looks like McKay got it, and that's enough for a 1st down. On the tackle, let's see who had it. Jason Kenyon with the tackle, and that's a 1st down. Up to the 43-yard line of Shelton. 1st and 10. Approaching 3 minutes to go here in the half. Two receivers on each side. Out of the pistol, goal, Desert. Back to pass, he'll dump it off. It's complete to Hollenbeck. Hollenbeck spins, dives forward. Jake Myers, first guy there for the Highclimbers. Short gain, second down. Ball at the 42 now. 2nd and 9. Two receivers on each side. Out of the gun will go Desert. McKay, the guy beside him, I believe. Little fake to pull it back. Desert throws it, lobs it wide open out there. It's going to be the tight end, 86, and that's Tate Turnbull with the reception there. Inside into the 30-yard line. He's wide open. Nobody picked up the tight end coming off the formation. Inside the 30 to the 29 is where the ball is. 1st and 10. 2 minutes almost to go here in the half. 35-0 all Gig Harbor so far tonight. It's like out of the gun will go Desert's in 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. 1 back to side Desert. Back to pass he goes. Gonna go on the scramble. Looking, pulls it down, looking to run. Now he's going back, set his feet to throw. Throws it, kind of lobs it. There's nobody there. It's free, and Hollenbeck dropped it. He actually came to the area where the ball was. That's incomplete. So bring up the 2nd and 10 from the 29. Clock is stopped at 1:38 to go here in the half. Three receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side, out of the gun. Desert looks, gonna pull it down and run. And down he goes. Nice tackle by Ammon Anderson for a short gain. Brings him 3rd down. Ball spotted at the 26-yard line. Call it 3rd and 7. Minute 10 to go here in the half. 3 receivers to far side, 1 to the near side. It's Grimsley out of the gun. Here comes the blitz on the rollout. Desert will throw. Got a guy there. It's complete. And one hand tackle there by Troy Goodwin on, I think that was Ryan King on the reception. That's 1st down near the 10-yard line. Timeout called, it looks like. Yep, Gig Harbor will take a timeout. 50 seconds to go in the half. We'll step aside. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
So 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line for Gig Harbor. 50 seconds to go here in the first half. Cade Desert takes over at quarterback, and he has the snap out of the gun. Got some pressure, avoids one guy. Gonna throw for the end zone. That should be out of bounds. Nope, out of bounds. It was way out of bounds. But good pressure by Kyle McGregor for the Highclimbers. Forced that pass. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10 from the 11 for Gig Harbor. Wind's back, as you can hear. Two Two receivers on each side out of the gun. And we're going to get a penalty on, the Highclimbers might have jumped. Yep, they did. That's 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5 now. Ball to the 6-yard line. 41.7 seconds to go here in the half. Gig Harbor knocking on the door again. Dessert will send 3. Yeah, we're going to put 2 receivers on each side. One really wide to this near side. The delayed handoff, actually. Nope, he's going to throw it to the end zone. It's caught. That's touchdown. I can't see who did that, actually. But another touchdown for the Tide. 41-0. 37.2 seconds to go here in the half. A different kicker out there, number 39. Jaden Norris Fox will do the kicking this time. Waiting for the snap. Low snap, and on the scramble, look out. That'll be Dessert with the 2-point conversion. So make it 43-0. Be right back.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit keeptheconnections.com for more information on how we're working for you.
Well, even when things go wrong for Gig Harbor, they go right. 43-0. 37.2 seconds to go here in half. Looks like Oles will go back deep, along with Kenyon. And who's doing the kicking? It's still 39. Norris Fox will do the kicking. There's a run up and a kick. It's going to be high end over in this little short that Oles will take on the run. Isaiah still on his feet across the 25 before he is pulled down. 29.9 seconds to go, and there's a flag late. So there's a personal foul on Gig Harbor here. So that should put it up 15 yards. So they should march up 15 from the 29. Put it all the way up to the 44. So 1st and 10 for the Highclimbers on their own 44-yard line. Decent starting field position for this drive. They have just under 30 seconds to work, however. And Charles Hurt a little late getting to the huddle. Double tight will go the, oh, actually they'll go Bourne. No, sorry, that's going to be, no, that's going to be a knee and a delay of game called on the Highclimbers. Wow. Just going to take a knee and you're going to get 5 yards. So 1st and 15 from the 39 now for the Highclimbers. They're just taking a kneel-down formation either way. And there we go. So that will, might have to play over, run more. Might have to get one more snap here, I think. Highclimbers are heading to the locker room, but I believe they're going to need to do one more snap. We'll wait till the clocks go to triple zeros here, or actually quadruple zeros on this clock. Oh, they're not going to have to take the another snap, but we're through one half. It's been all Gig Harbor tonight here at Roy Anderson Field. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back for Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show in just a moment. 43-0 is our score.
I lost my mother to a drunk driver. She taught me to be kind and good and strong. Be a positive force in a sometimes cruel world. I want to do everything I can to keep Washington a beautiful place. For my children, for your children. Become a Washington State Trooper.
Hi, I'm Dan Griffey, your legislator and local firefighter. Today we all come together to cheer on our players. And like them, we are a team. Like a team, we work together to do good for our community. I want you to know that I fight for each and every one of you, for a bright future full of opportunities, for you to leave your mark on the world. You are strong, and we are stronger together.
Paid for by
Griffey for State House Campaign.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
There's always something happening at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton. From art bazaars and farmers markets to art lectures and wedding receptions, this award-winning community has something for everyone. Caring staff, unbelievable meals, unmatched accommodations, and a signature dining room, all at one location, 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. Maple Glen is only feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Stop by for Sunday brunch or call Teresa to schedule a tour to view apartments at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton.
Well, it's halftime here at Roy Anderson Field. Gig Harbor cheerleaders performing for the crowd here. I should say the crowd on the other side of the field. Don't have any statistics because, you know, I'm a solo performance here today, but it has been all Gig Harbor in the first half. And, yeah, they've had scores on every one of their possessions. One with a two-point conversion. And let's see here, they had a 60-plus yard return for a punt return for a touchdown, as well as running the offense in. It's been the seniors and then the younger folks. And let's just enjoy some of the dancing. I wish I had an extra mic. Not that we can hear the music at this point, but enjoy the Gig Harbor cheerleaders performance here. At halftime, this is Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show. Always helped us spell harbor right, isn't it? So about 11 minutes away from the start of the third quarter. Not a whole lot to talk about here. It's been all Gig Harbor tonight. Had a lot of high expectations coming into this game, but the Highclimbers a little bit thin on the night. So we'll see what else that they can draw up here in the locker room. We'll take another timeout. We'll be back with more here from Roy Anderson Field.
This is Sharon Trask.
And I approve this message.
Why am I voting for Sharon Trask? Because she's got a really great heart for the community. She's a very smart lady. She cares about her community, and she's got a lot of great background, and I think she'll do great for the county.
I believe she will be a trustworthy office holder who will look to put Mason County on a firm footing as we move into the future.
Paid for by Sharon Trask for Mason County Commissioner.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
Why re-elect Melody Peterson as Mason County Assessor? Experience. Melody has worked for the Assessor's Office since 1994. Leadership. She successfully managed the office through a major software conversion, implemented a plan for annual revaluation, and adapted required analysis for the valuation process. Honesty. Melody has streamlined her office to cope with recent budget reductions while continuing maximum service to the public. Mason County deserves honest, experienced, and professional leadership. Vote Melody Peterson for Mason County Assessor.
That's my neighbor Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a big mistake. Hey, Joe, think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have the utilities marked before you start digging?
I'm not digging very deep. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
Dad, the TV's out. Internet, too.
Remember, safe digging always starts with a free call to 811. Oh, what a knucklehead.
Well, we're back here at Roy Anderson Field. 43-0 is our score at halftime. This is when I need the duo of Eric and Jerry to fill the time because I have nothing to talk about. Yeah, I have nothing prepared. If you're wondering about what else is going on in football, of course, you know, you have Shelton here against Gig Harbor. North Mason is playing at North Kitsap tonight, and Merriam Knight is at Oakville, all playing tonight. Hope to have recaps on all those games by tomorrow morning, at least the scores, find out what's happening around Mason County football. Not a terrible crowd here from both sides. A lot, if you look over at the far side, it looks a lot fuller. 2 years ago, we were here for the Gig Harbor Shelton game, and we were set up on that far side. If you look over there where all the pink is, that's about where Jerry and I set up, and we were wall to wall. There was absolutely no room over there, but Gig Harbor was doing a lot better at that point in the season. There's not so much this year for the Tide. Coming in 1 and 3 in the SSC. Trying to get to my notes on the other side of my page here. 1 and 3 in the SSC, 2 and 4 overall are the Tides. So you know the Highclimbers still looking for a win on the season, still looking for some sort of points. Came close to last week with a field goal attempt, but they have not scored since Josiah Olds did it on a 64-yard run off the scrimmage for the last touchdown. The Highclimbers did score in Montesano. So it's been a long, long time since the Highclimbers have seen the end zone. Well, as you see there, we're 6 minutes plus away from the third quarter. We'll take another timeout. We'll be right back. 43-0 all Gig Harbor tonight.
There's always something happening at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton. From art bazaars and farmers markets to art lectures and wedding receptions, this award-winning community has something for everyone. Caring staff, unbelievable meals, unmatched accommodations, and a signature dining room, all at one location, 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. Maple Glen is only feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Stop by for Sunday brunch or call Teresa to schedule a tour to view apartments at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton.
Hello, I'm Sharon Trask, and I'm running for Mason County Commissioner. I've lived in Shelton for the last 14 years. During this time, I've gotten to know and love Mason County and the people who live here. When I decided to run for Commissioner, I knew this was the perfect opportunity to give back to a community that has been so good to me and my family. I'm humbled that so many of you have given me your support and love. I'm asking for your vote in November.
Paid for by Sharon Trask for Mason County Commissioner.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
Hi, I'm Dan Griffey, your legislator and local firefighter. Today we all come together to cheer on our players. And like them, we are a team. Like a team, we work together to do good for our community. I want you to know that I fight for each and every one of you, for a bright future full of opportunities, for you to leave your mark on the world. You are strong, and we are stronger together.
Paid for by
Griffey for State House Campaign.
Well, we're back here at Roy Anderson Field. Just thinking ahead to basketball season. It's just kind of cold out here, and just thinking, boy, can't wait to get inside a nice hot gym and call some basketball games. We do have some 20-plus games tentatively scheduled for broadcast here on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Off the top of my head, at least 18 Shelton games. Potentially 4, maybe 6 North Mason games, and we're going to try and sneak in a Marion night when we possibly can. That's all coming up beginning at the end of November, but we still have a couple more games here in football. Let's just run down where the Highclimbers, they return home next week to take on Yelm. There'll be homecoming and senior night next week at Jack Stark Field, Highclimber Stadium. Then they wrap up the season on the road at Southside, well, the conference schedule against North Thurston the following week. And then we'll talk about the 10th game coming up. If that's going to happen, we don't know. Usually does. Depends on how it is. And it's usually with the Pierce County League team. I think I last looked, and it might be Stadium or even I want to say Mount Tahoma. So more likely if they play a game week 10, it will be in Tacoma area, but we'll let everybody know once we find out. The Highclimbers have just to come onto the field, a couple of minutes away from the third quarter, trailing 43-0, and we'll have a running clock in the second half. We'll get to that shortly. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. We'll be back.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Why re-elect Melody Peterson as Mason County Assessor? Experience. Melody has worked for the Assessor's Office since 1994. Leadership. She successfully managed the office through a major software conversion, implemented a plan for annual revaluation, and adapted required analysis for the valuation process. Honesty. Melody has streamlined her office to cope with recent budget reductions while continuing maximum service to the public. Mason County deserves honest, experienced, and professional leadership. Vote Melody Peterson for Mason County Assessor.
They're back here at Roy Anderson Field. I hate it when they put that extra 3 minutes after the halftime. Put 3 minutes on the clock for an extra time when both teams get out there. Make sure everybody gets a proper warm-up after the halftime period. Just want to talk a little bit about election coming up. Something I keep forgetting to post to Mason Web TV is ballots and baristas. Tomorrow morning in Belfair at the Starbucks, the League of Women Voters of Mason County will be at the Belfair Starbucks. I'm just watching Luke McPhee warm up down below us. Talk about some ballot issues and any other things you might want to know about the upcoming election. Several initiatives out there. I'm sure you're aware, you're getting phone calls like everybody else. About the initiatives. Of course, we have some big races, the 35th District Senate, 2 representative positions, Mason County Commissioner District 3, Assessor, Auditor, Sheriff, and a District Court Judge. If you need any more information on any of that, there's a great resource on MasonWebTV.com. Just click elections. You'll find debates, forums, and interviews. Spend some time and look around and become an informed voter. We're about a minute away from the third quarter, so we'll take another timeout. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
And move over. When you see lights,
Vests or reflectors,
please give us some room. Slow down and move over. When you need us,
we've got your back.
You have ours.
You got our back?
You got ours? You got our back? Please, slow down.
And move over.
Hello, I'm Sharon Trask. I've been asked why I'm running for Mason County Commissioner. That's an easy one. My kids and grandkids. When I reflect on what I would like to see Mason County look like in 10 years, I see a robust economy, safe streets, and happy kids. This will only happen if we act today to make sound decisions and to entice businesses back into our county. Mason County has everything we need to entice business. We need proven leadership to get us there. With your help, we can achieve all this and more. I'm asking for your vote in November.
Waiting for the start of the third quarter here at Roy Anderson Field on the campus of Peninsula High School in Purdy, Washington. The High Climbers will be kicking it to the Tides to start the third quarter. Tides have scored on, well, 5 of their 6 possessions, well, 5 possessions, and one 60-plus yard punt return for kickoff, or a touchdown, excuse me. And Zach Delasancha will tee it up at the 40. Now let's see who we have back deep, it looks like. Paulson and 84. Bowen back deep to receive this kick from the High Climbers to start the third quarter. And there is a kick. It's going to go drive Bowen back, and he's on the run. On the outside, he's got some lanes, and Zach Junker, I believe, brought him down on the far side. A nice open field tackle. And the tide will come out as the clock is running with the 40-point mercy rule. Ooh, how'd that happen? I don't know how I got that all mixed up. So who comes out at QB for Gig Harbor? Don't see him. It looks like it is Dessert again, if I could be wrong. Little delayed handoff and busting it up for, 9 yards. I believe that was number 35. That was Deline Ott. And let's see, 32 is our quarterback. 32 is Bryson Adams. That's sophomore, 5'10". 40, he'll run out of the shotgun. 2 receivers on each side, the back beside him. I believe that is Ott. Taking the time, they've got the play clock off because they got the running clock. Oh, the snap is a little off and caught in the backfield. Will be Adams. I think it was Monet on the tackle there for a loss. Brings up third down. And a loss of only a couple on that play back at the 28, it looks like. Like it's third down and about 13. Scoreboard's all messed up. So let's see if the High Climbers can get a stop here defensively. Out of the gun with a receiver, or 2 receivers on each side. A little flip to number 84, and it's Bohan up to the 35, 36-yard line. Going around the far side. Brings up fourth down. I'm thinking this should be fourth down, not third down. They're saying it's third down. It should be, maybe I'm all wrong. I thought we've already had a couple of plays. They're going to call it third down and 4 from the 37. 2 receivers on each side. Out of the gun. Go Adams, back to pass he goes, sets his feet, throws, nearly picked off, but knocked away by Troy Goodwin on the far side. That'll be fourth down. 4th and 4. You notice the clock will continue to run as the 40-point mercy rule. Got Nathan Farr coming in defensively for Kyle McGregor. So got a punting situation. It's like Anthony Bourne will go back to receive this punt, and this is going to be Logan Kinney on the boot. Snap on target, takes his time, blocked. Monet with the block. He'll scoop it up, or actually try to corral it. He can't advance it. He'll drop it right there. The High Climbers will start this possession at the Gig Harbor 20. Monet with a big block and recovery there.
This is the best field position the Highclimbers have had for quite a while. Let's see if we can get some points on the board, boys. First and 10 for Shelton at the 20-yard line of Gig Harbor, waiting for the ball to come out there. So Bourne will come wide to the near side. Goodwin will go in that wing on the far side. Backs are Oles and Alexander. McPhee goes under center. Hand it off to Oles. No, it's a pass. Throws complete to McKinnon. McKinnon gets in there. It's a touchdown with a flag on the play, however. Oh, no. So the flags are down at the 5-yard line. And after they finally find the end zone, we're going to get a call back with a block in the back. So the march back 10 yards from that spot. And that's not the right position there. It'll be first down. And let's see here, probably about 5. If I've got this right, they'll spot the ball at the 15. And it should be first and 5 from the 15 after the penalty. So under center will go McPhee. Bourne wide to the far side. Oles and Alexander in the backfield. Hand off to Ivory. Ivory will scramble inside the 5. And that's enough for a first down. It's called first and goal. They're going to spot the ball at the 9. That's interesting. Want to go wide to the far side. McPhee under center. Oles and Ivory in the backfield. Long count. Goodwin in motion. Pitch to Goodwin. Trying to get around the edge. Going to cut it up. Gets inside the 5. Comes up just short. Probably to the 3-yard line. Second down and goal. Going to spot the ball at the 4. Second and goal from the 4 now for Shelton. Under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. McPhee will bring him up. Double tight end set here. Hand off. Oh, actually, no. It's going to be a quarterback sneak for McPhee. Comes up just to the goal line. Be third down and goal from the 1-yard line. Four minutes to go here. Highclimbers taking their time. Bourne will go wide to the far side. McPhee will go under center again. Spot the ball at the 2. Third and goal. Turnaround handoff to Alexander. Alexander gets around the edge and into the end zone. Touchdown, Highclimbers. And then a flag at the end of the play. So a 2-yard run by Ivory Alexander gets Highclimbers the first score since second week. It looks like there's going to be a Yeah, they're going to put the penalty on the kickoff as a personal foul. Unsportsmanlike on Gig Harbor. So they're going to do that on the kickoff, and it looks like Hunter Bogault will be in to kick the point after, as the Highclimbers found the end zone for the first time since Monticello, week 2. Clock is stopped, 3:42 to go here, third quarter. Kick is up, that looks good. It is. So the Highclimbers finally break their scoreless streak, and it is now 43-7. 3:42 to go, third quarter. We'll be right back.
There's so many great things about life in Mason County, and Hood Canal Communications is proud to be one more. Headquartered in Union, we offer the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power all those Wi-Fi devices around your home, HCC has the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, call or visit hcc.net to learn more. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
So the Shelton Highclimbers finally find the end zone on a 2-yard run by Ivory Alexander. Started at their own, the Gig Harbor 20, and punched it in. And they're going to mark out the penalty at the end of that play, and the Highclimbers are going to start out, or kick this off at the Gig Harbor 45. So Zach Delasacha has it teed up at the 45. I'd expect some sort of a squib kick here, but then what do I know? I don't play the game because I'm up here. .342 to go here, third quarter, 43-7 now. There's the run and the kick. This one's high and end over end. It's gonna nearly hit the goalpost, and the Tide will start out on their own 20. I told people that the Highclimbers are going to score in this game, and I was right. So that's something to build on for Yum coming in here next, or coming to Jack Stark Field next week, and of course North Thurston the following week. So here come the Tide. And it looks like we have yet a new quarterback, and this is going to be Ryan King running things for the Tide. Got a man in motion. He'll just flip it to him, trying to get around the end of the flag sweep. There's a flag at the end of the play, and who was the runner? 45. Or is it? That is Cole Workman on the carry, just shy of the, well, a little loss in the play, but there's a flag at the 22. So it looks like we're going to get a penalty on the Tide. They're going to march that one back 10 yards. So it'll be first and 20. It'll be first and 20 from the 10. Or inside the 10. Wow, wait a minute. How can that be possible? And go back to the 6-yard line. Is that right? So Ryan King out of the gun. He's got 2 receivers on each side. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. High snap. Actually, no, it's not. And a handoff. Oh. Sorry, that is not. It's Preston Reed is the QB. And the run, I believe that was Ruska, Everett Ruska on the carry. Hot ball to 16-yard line, 14-yard line. Okay. Reed will get the play in from the sidelines. He'll send one receiver wide to the near side. Looks like, nope, he's going to send two to each side out of the gun. Man in motion. Handoff, however. And it looks like Ammon Anderson saw that coming and knocked down a runner there. Minimal gain, third down coming. Approaching 45 seconds to go here in the third quarter. So Reed goes out of the gun. There's one receiver on the near side, three on the far side, and the back beside him. It's going to go to that far side on the rollout. Looking down the field, throws, and out of bounds goes the ball, incomplete, and that'll be fourth down. So I don't know if we'll be getting this punt off before the end of the quarter. Charlie Townsend will be back to punt it away, and Anthony Bourne will be there to receive it, but we'll have to do that in the fourth quarter. We head to the fourth quarter with the score 43-7, but the good news here, Shelton hit the end zone. We'll be right back.
There's always something happening at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton. From art bazaars and farmers markets to art lectures and wedding receptions, this award-winning community has something for everyone. Caring staff, unbelievable meals, unmatched accommodations, and a signature dining room, all at one location, 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. Maple Glen is only feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Stop by for Sunday brunch or call Teresa to schedule a tour to view apartments at Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton.
Hi, I'm Dan Griffey, your legislator and local firefighter. Today we all come together to cheer on our players. And like them, we are a team. Like a team, we work together to do good for our community. I want you to know that I fight for each and every one of you, for a bright future full of opportunities, for you to leave your mark on the world. You are strong, and we are stronger together.
Paid for by
Griffey for State House Campaign.
So it's fourth down and 13 for the Gig Harbor Tides, punting situation. Bourne will go back to about the 42 to receive this punt. Snap a little bit low, some pressure, high spiraling kick. The Bourne will take, he bobbled it. He'll pick it up at the 43, get around to the outside, 50, down to the 45, 40 now. Still on his feet, look out. Here he goes up the sidelines, cuts it back towards the middle, still on his feet. He's gonna score. Touchdown, Highclimbers. On a 57-yard return off the punt. And the Highclimbers get 6 more. Anthony Bourne with a touchdown punt return. So Borgald is on to kick the point after. There's the snap, little high, pushes it down, kick is up. Did he get it? He did get it in there. That was kind of rushed. High snap, but held those down. So it's now 43-14. 11:36 to go in the ball game. Highclimbers score twice. We'll be right back. So Anthony Boren puts the Highclimbers on the board again. And is now 14-43. I'm going to lose my clock camera here shortly, so if that goes away, just not to worry. 11:36 to go here in the ball game. 2 touchdowns on the board for the Highclimbers. And Zach De La Sancha is going to boot it back to, he's going to put a squib kick that'll be dropped on at the 36-yard line. That was, I think it was Preston Reed who dropped that one. Dropped on that ball. And clock continues to run. Oh, I see why this is, camera's going to fail on me, but we'll hang in there without a clock and camera. 11 minutes to go in the ball game. 43-14. Gig Harbor has a 1st and 10 on their own 36-yard line. 3 receivers to the near side. A quick handoff, trying to get some room. It's number 34, and that's Connor McMichael. No gain on the play. So 2nd and 10 from the 36 for Gig Harbor. Adams still in there. He'll pull it down and run. He's got a blocker in front of him. And on the tackle, Zach Speaks. But not after a gain of about 8. Put the ball up at the 44. 3rd and 2 coming for Gig Harbor. Under 10 minutes to go here in the ball game. It's out of the gun. Hand off again, and this time the runner slipped. And that was McMichael again on the carry. So get 4th down and about a yard. Hopefully I won't lose lose everything here. 4th and 1. And that is very close to a 1st down run. And it just got it on the run, the quarterback keeper. Under 9 minutes to go here in the ballgame. 1st and 10 at the 46. It's 1st and 10 at the 46 for Gig Harbor. Quick little dump off. It is complete to the far side on a wide receiver screen to Cade Paulson. Second down and 7 from the 49. Another quarterback keeper. Gets up short of the 45, about the 46. A couple more yards. 3rd down and 2. Approaching 7 minutes to go here in the ball game. Out of the gun will go Adams. 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Adams will just tuck it under and run again. Got the first down and a lot more inside the 40 to near the 37-yard line. Clock continues to run, 6.5 minutes and counting. 1st and 10 for the Tide at the 37-yard line. 2 receivers on each side. Out of the gun will go Adams. Snap. Oh, bobble on the snap. He'll just lob it up there, and it's nearly intercepted. Gavin Gold almost had a pick there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 37. Adams will bring the play from the sidelines. And the Tide break the huddle. 2 receivers on each side. Out of the gun will go Adams. And again with a draw and a nice tackle there. I believe it was Borgalt on the tackle. 3rd down coming. 3rd and 7. From about the 34-yard line. Approaching 5 minutes to go in the game. Three receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Out of the gun will go Adams. There's a snap handoff and trying to find a way. I believe that was Ott on the run. No, it's McMichael on the run. Gets to the 30. That'll bring up 4th down. Make it the 29. 4th and a couple. As we approach 4 minutes to go in the game. Adams will bring him out of the huddle. Send 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Out of the gun. McMichael beside him. Snap a little off. He'll tuck it under and run to the near side. Gets to the 1st down marker and slides short of the 20. Call it 21, 1st and 10 for Gig Harbor. So we approach 3 minutes to go, actually 3:19. Out of the gun will go Adams. 2 receivers on each side, the kind of tight formation in the bunch. And off this time to number 25, dancing his way. DJ Johnson on the carry to about the 15-yard line. 6-yard pickup there. 2nd and 4 coming. Under 3 minutes to go here. Tide taking their time. Adams will go out of the gun. 2 receivers on each side. Hand it off. And no going there by Johnson. And a hold on the play and on the tackle for the Highclimbers. Looks like Alex Esteban, one of the guys there. Flag will bring him back 10 yards. We are approaching 2 minutes now. from the 15. We'll go back to the 25. Need to get to about the 10-yard line for a first down. Title break the huddle. One receiver near side, three to the far side. Adams out of the gun with Johnson beside him to his left. Pull it down and run. Seems to be the call, draw. And Adams is bounce it out to the outside, and he's going to score. Touchdown, the Tide. So that makes it 49-14, 1:18 to go here in the ball game. Point after coming for Gig Harbor. Waiting for the snap. There's snap, there's spot, there's kick. And that is good. Call it 50-14, 1:18 to go in the ball game. We'll be right back. This is Mesa Web TV, powered by HCC.
This is Sharon Trask.
And I approve this message.
I'm voting for Sharon Trask because she is a strong candidate that will research her information, verify her facts before coming to a decision.
She's got a really great heart for the community. She's a very smart lady. She cares about her community, and she's got a lot of great background, and I think she'll do great for the county.
Paid for by Sharon Trask for Mason County Commissioner.
Well, 1:18 to go in the ball game. 50-14 is our score. Tide just managed to score. I'll lose everything here shortly. Now Highclimbers get the ball back. Let's see what they can do in a short time. Had a punt return for a touchdown and a 2-yard touchdown run. That's Anthony Bourne and Ivory Alexander getting the end zone for the Highclimbers. First time since week 2. There's kickoff. It's short. It's going to be taken by Borgalt. Borgalt gets across the 40 before he's knocked down. So the Highclimbers will start out with decent field position on their own 42-yard line. 1st and 10. McPhee still out there at QB, under a minute to go. Let's see if we can get some quick plays here and do a hurry-up offense. Doesn't look like it. Looks like we're missing a player here. They're still waiting and probably going to get a, there we go. Speaks comes out a little late. There's a ball, an extra ball on the field. Nice arm, Boren. They'll probably get a delay of game or a timeout. Going to be a timeout. So Highclimbers can't quite get everything together. We'll take another one. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. And we're back here at Roy Anderson Field. 50-47, the Highclimbers have a 1st and 10 on their own 42-yard line. 27.6 seconds to go in the game. And it looks like going to take a knee in there. Well, maybe, maybe not. Got a receiver at the far side. That's Boring. Everybody's set. Single setback. And that's a handoff to Troy Goodwin. Trying to get around the outside, looking to go up the sideline, scampering along and running out of bounds near the 25 or 35-yard line. And the clock is running down. Will they get another playoff? Doesn't, maybe. We'll see. Highclimbers quickly to the line of scrimmage. And that'll do it. They didn't quite get the playoff. But the positive part of this ball game is the Highclimbers found the end zone. First time since week 2. So 50-14 is our final score. We'll take another timeout. We'll be right back. Wrap this thing up as the Highclimbers fall to the Tides here at Roy Anderson Field, but do manage to hit the end zone twice. We'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Why re-elect Melody Peterson as Mason County Assessor? Experience. Melody has worked for the Assessor's Office since 1994. Leadership. She successfully managed the office through a major software conversion, implemented a plan for annual revaluation, and adapted required analysis for the valuation process. Honesty. Melody has streamlined her office to cope with recent budget reductions while continuing maximum service to the public. Mason County deserves honest, experienced, and professional leadership. Vote Melody Peterson for Mason County Assessor.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit KeepTheConnections.com for more information on how we're working for you.
I lost my mother to a drunk driver. She taught me to be kind and good and strong. Be a positive force in a sometimes cruel world. I want to do everything I can to keep Washington a beautiful place. For my children, for your children. Become a Washington State Trooper.
Back here at Roy Anderson Field. Gig Harbor knocks off the Shelton Highclimbers on the road here, 50-14, but that's the big story here. The Highclimbers found the end zone twice tonight. 2-yard run by Ivory Alexander and a 60-plus yard punt return for a touchdown by Anthony Boring. That's the highlights from the ball game. Our next, let's see here. Next week is homecoming for Shelton as the Highclimbers return to Jack Stark Field at Highclimber Stadium to take on Yelm. It will also be senior night. Gig Harbor, by the way, will face Peninsula on this field next week in the Fishbowl. Our next broadcast will be next Friday night as the Highclimbers host the Tornadoes. Kickoff is 7 p.m. from Jack Stark Field at Highclimbers Stadium. That will pretty much do it for us from Roy Anderson Field. Final again, Gig Harbor 50, Shelton 14. We will talk to you next week. Thanks for tuning in.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, has been brought to you by Melody Peterson for Mason County Assessor, Sharon Trask for Mason County Commissioner District 3, Dan Griffey for 35th District State Representative Position 1, GOP, Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton, celebrating the art of life. And Hood Canal Communication, keeping our community connected.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.